Welcome to Jersey Line. Pat O'Melia here, your pro football prognosticator who inches his way to 500. I think I'm 8 games under 500 right now, and I've picked over 200 games. Unlike them people in the newspaper or my buddy Mike Rantessa, I pick all the games every week. Last week was okay. It was 8-7 with one push. There were some interesting games. Denver, the kid Luck, Drew Luck. That kid looks like he's going to be a real quarterback. Elway may have found his quarterback. There were some very interesting games. Won a lot of games by half point, lost some by a point and a half. But it was a great week of football, some really good games, and I hope they have some good games this week. I'd like to get to 500. So I have yet to have that one real good week where I go like 11-4 or 12-4, that sort of thing. Hopefully it's this week so I can climb over 500 for the football season. Thursday night, we got the Jetsies at Baltimore. The Ravens, San Francisco and the Ravens, one of those teams are probably the best in the NFL. Baltimore is giving the Jets 14.5 points. I'm going to give the Jets 14.5 points too. I am taking the Ravens. 1 o'clock game on Sunday. We got Tampa Bay at Detroit. I'm going with Tampa. These are two teams that are heckle and jekyll. I don't know what team comes out from week to week to week with Tampa Bay. I really doubt if Tampa Bay sticks with their quarterback next year. Detroit, they got to make a decision too. But their third stringer that you've seen on Thanksgiving, that kid can play. I'm going to take Tampa Bay, giving the Lions 3.5 points. 1 o'clock game, we got Philadelphia at Washington. Washington's not playing as disasterful as they were before, but they're still Washington. Philly has got to win out, and Dallas is right on there. I think both of the teams are still under 500, and they're in first place. Philadelphia at Washington, I'm taking the Eagles, giving 4.5 points. 1 o'clock game, Chicago at Green Bay. Green Bay giving Chicago 4.5. I'm going to take that bet. I'm taking Green Bay, giving the Bears 4.5 points. 1 o'clock game, the sputtering New England Patriots at the improved Cincinnati Bengals. I'm telling you, the Cincinnati Bengals, they keep things tight. For that matter, I won last week with the Bengals, I think, by 0.5 point. I'm going to take Cincy because New England's giving them 9.5. I'm taking Cincy plus 9.5 points. Houston at Tennessee. Since Houston started Tannehill, I think they're 5-6. They're playing good. Another team I won with last week. I'm going to take Tennessee -3 home against Houston. Tennessee -3. 1 o'clock game. Seattle at Carolina. Seattle lost last week, and I had them in the Monday night game. Carolina, going to be big. They already fired the coach. There's going to be more changes coming. I'm going to take Seattle, giving Carolina 6. Seattle -6. Denver at KC. Interesting game because you can't really read Denver right now because Drew Luck is playing that well. But KC is playing very well, and their defense is starting to understand Spagnuolo, our old defensive coordinator with the Giants. I'm going to take KC, giving Denver 10.5. Miami at Giants. Miami, even with Eli, this is probably his last start with the at home. The Giants are bad. They're very bad. I'm going to take, I think it's the first time all year I'm taking Miami. I'm going to take Miami plus 3.5 against the Giants. Buffalo at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is one consistent team. No matter who's quarterbacking, they are consistent. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. I like Buffalo Bills too. Buffalo is at Pittsburgh. I'm taking Pittsburgh -2. Jacksonville at Oakland. Jacksonville is a disaster. Yeah, I think Tom Coughlin's going to have to come down and coach Jacksonville if he intends on staying with Jacksonville. And this is his second time around. He was there for the expansion when Jacksonville first came in. I'm going to take Oakland -6.5 versus Jacksonville. Cleveland at Arizona. Arizona, this team is going to be good in a couple of years. They're not there yet, but Cleveland is a dumpster fire. I'm going to take Arizona, and I'm getting 2.5 points. 4 o'clock game, Atlanta at San Francisco. Frisco is on the roll. Atlanta is Jekyll and Hyde. I'm going to take Frisco minus 11 points. Rams at Dallas. Lock of the week, Rams at Dallas. Rams minus 1. Dallas is dysfunctional. Garrett is gone. 4 o'clock game, Minnesota at Chicago. I'm going to take Minnesota. Minnesota at Chargers, at LA Chargers. Minnesota minus 2.5. Monday night, Indianapolis at New Orleans. I'm going to take the Saints, and I'm giving Indianapolis 9. New Orleans minus 9. Bet with your head, bet smart. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.